Trix is 3 years old. She's pregnant. And I'm just getting started on her. I've never worked on this mare before, so this is my first time with her. So whenever it's a first adjustment, I always take my time, go a little bit slower, because I'm just kind of learning her and she's learning me and figuring me out. And she doesn't really know what I'm doing at this point. So it's good to just go slow and let her get acquainted with me and figure out that I'm not going to stick her with any sharp objects, and that I'm just going to try to help her feel good. And she's pretty quiet. Every time I come to this barn, she's always sticking her head over the stall railing, and she loves to get pet. So I figured this would be a nice mare to work on. Got a couple little bumps here, like maybe some hives going on this side, but they're not too big. She's got no back pain whatsoever. Like, this is super comfortable. You can see that she likes that when I'm palpating her muscles back here. What I love about horses and what cracks me up is, they can see almost every single part of their bodies just when they're looking straight ahead. And so like she can side eye me from here. And you can see that she's doing that. She's got her eye on me, even though her head was pointing straight forward. But they can see every part of their body, every part of their main body, right? Obviously they can't see their back legs and stuff, but they can see everything except for here, right behind their poll, and obviously right behind their butt. But just with head forward, she can see me here just fine. So it cracks me up just to see them keeping an eye on me when their head is pointing forward. So I'm just checking her pelvic reflexes right now. And that one she kind of walked out of. So I'm going to do that again. Yeah, so that's a little bit uncomfortable for her, but she's not ear pinning like it hurts. So it's almost like it's just kind of annoying. Like when I hit that pressure point, either it's annoying or she really doesn't know what's going on. So she's like, oh my gosh, my body's moving and I'm not telling it to. So she's walking away from that a little bit. But it's good to make sure that that's not pain and it's just, like uncertainty almost. So I'm going to hit these pelvic flexion pressure points now just to see if I can lift her back. And you can see when I start hitting those, she just starts to drop her head and walk away. And that's okay. Some horses just do not tolerate the pressure points. So if that's the case, I won't do them, because if you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, it's just going to piss them off, and then they're not going to stand still for you, and it just kind of ruins the whole adjustment. So it's okay. I don't give up that easily though, so we're going to try one more time. Yep. So just as soon as I start applying pressure, she starts walking forward. So in that case, like back there, everything I'm going to do is going to be manual. I'm not going to use the pressure points a whole lot because she doesn't like them, and I try to build rapport with the horses, especially on their first adjustment. And if I keep doing it, then I'm going to ruin that opportunity. So we got a big muscle spasm right at the base of the withers on this left side. So I'm going to see how she tolerates the sternal pressure points. Since she didn't like the ones back there, I'm assuming she's not going to be too thrilled about this one either. But we're going to give it a shot. Oh, yep. So you can see that, like, she's just like, nope. I don't like it when my body moves and I'm not telling it to. So we're just going to go over here. But I'm going to try that one more time. Easy, easy. Yeah, so that's okay. This is I always tell people, like, when you're adjusting a person or when you're adjusting an animal, it's always a dance, right? You're doing something with the horse or with the person. You're not forcing anything upon the person or upon the horse. And I'm sure many of you have gotten adjusted where you just feel like you were just like manhandled, right? Like you weren't, they weren't doing anything with you. They were like, ugh, and jumping on you and really just using all their body weight and trying to force stuff. And it just wasn't comfortable. It wasn't a pleasant experience. And maybe you got symptom relief, but at the same time, you just felt like you were in a freaking train wreck. So everything needs to be comfortable. You need to be ready and relaxed. And it's the same for them. They need to be comfortable, open to the adjustment, and relaxed. If they're walking away from you, like she was with the pressure points, and I keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, she's just going to get more and more and more and more anxious, and it's not going to be a good It's not going to be a good experience for her. So, and I always want it to be a good experience for the horses. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it just can't be because they're just, you know, they weren't started right. They might be in pain. You know, they might not trust guys because they had somebody that wasn't very nice to them before. Sometimes they don't trust people with hats on. So people will say, hey, you know, she might be reactive because you're wearing a hat. And, you know, for some reason she hates people with hats. And it's probably because somebody with the hat beat the crap out of them at some point in their lives. So I'll make sure not to wear a hat at that appointment. You know, whatever I can do to make the experience enjoyable for them is definitely my goal, especially for the first couple. And then once you have their trust, you know, then they'll really be open to more. Oh, that's really locked up. So you guys can probably see the difference between that and this. You see that? You can see how much easier she comes over to the right than she does to the left. And really all I'm doing is applying just enough pressure so that she knows what I'm asking. See, that's not comfortable and she's starting to walk away. So big picture right now is I've got some tightness on the left side of the wither. I've got some tightness in her pole, especially on the left, going into left lateral flexion, which we will call breaking over at the pole. So we got a couple things going on there. Let's see. And why would that be? Why would those two things go together? Why would I have tightness on the left side of her pole and tightness on the left side of her wither? So if we think about what happens when a horse turns to the left, first thing that happens is they break over at the pole, right? So we get this motion right there, which is this motion right here. You can see when I try to get her to do that, she wants to pull her head up, which on the other side, she just came right around. So initially we get break over, so they do this. Then we get rotation in the neck. So my whole body, just look, think of my whole body as being her neck right now. So we break over at the pole, and then we rotate around, and then we drop to the shoulder. That's the proper motion. So if I'm breaking over and I can't do that comfortably, what has to happen? I have to overuse my lower neck to get my head and neck to come around to the left. But what happens when she moves her head around to the left is the withers rotate around to the right. The withers rotate to the right. So as her head comes this way, the withers rotate that way. And what has to happen when the withers rotate that way is these muscles over here have to loosen up so she can do that. But if she's unable to break over and start that movement properly, what happens is the lower neck and the withers get involved to bring that whole head and neck around. So instead of doing this and rotating, she ends up doing this, she gets locked up, and she does that. And look what's happening to my mid-back when I turn is it's really getting cranked around to the left side. And so these muscles over here start to grab. The withers on the left side start to grab and get tight because we're completely using the lower neck and the withers incorrectly to get the head to come around. And it's all because the pole is not working properly. So the vast majority of the time when I work on horses, I either find issues at the pole, and we're strictly talking with movement and comfort here. We're not talking about structural problems or something I have to adjust. We're just talking about where I find the problems. And most of the time I find them at the pole, and I find them at the sacropelvic area. So at the SI joints and the junction between L6 and the sacrum, which is the last lumbar vertebrae. And then the sacrum is obviously the pelvis. So the reason for that is there's tons of movement up here. We've got these two facet joints that are about yay big at the base of the horse's skull. And it's carrying all this weight. And it can do flexion, it can do extension, it can do lateral flexion, it does rotation. There's a whole bunch of movement occurring here. And then there's a whole bunch of movement occurring at the SI joints and at the lumbopelvic area as well. So that's where the lumbar spine, the low back, and the pelvis comes together. So if we have all this movement up here and all this movement back here, then what happens through here is all compensatory from the lower neck into the mid-back. And the mid-back especially is compensatory because we have a rib cage there, right? And the rib cage is locking in that thoracic spine. So you don't have a ton of movement happening there because you've got all these ribs attached up there that also go down and attach to the sternum. And of course, we've got some floating ribs that don't attach at the sternum, but they're still attached all the way through the thoracic spine. So anyway, this is where I find most of the problems. And most of the time when you check your horses, you're going to find that it's going to be in this lateral flexion movement at that breakover. And you can imagine if they can't laterally flex and break over, how that's going to affect the movement of your barrel horses, your rope horses, any type of horse that has to do sharp turns. So it's going to affect your cutters as well. It's just a super important area. So you got to make sure that it's moving properly, because any lack of movement up here is going to result in compensatory movement completely down the back. So, and again, here's her breakover to the right. You see how easy that is, right? And then here's the breakover to the left. Just nothing, right? Completely different. So I'm going to adjust this side here, and then we're going to recheck. Actually, first thing I want to do is I want to do her pressure points to the shoulder and see if I can get her to come around and touch. So I want her to come and touch where I'm pushing. Let's see. Good girl. And again, she's new, so she might not understand what I'm asking her. Oh. So I'm just going to do this nice and gentle and stick with it. Again, if she walks out of it aggressively, I'm going to let her go. But I'm hoping she'll figure it out and come around. Oh, good girl. Easy. Good girl. Yeah, so she's not too keen on that either. So we'll do that manually. I'm going to try it on this side one time. Sometimes you can stand on the same side, apply that pressure into that correct spot, and then use the halter just by doing a light tap and ask her to come around. And really what I'm trying to do here is just train her, good girl, to do what I'm asking when I'm standing on the other side. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good girl. Oh. And so what I'm trying to do there is now when I come to this side and I reach around, hoping that she'll kind of start to figure it out. And some horses, it just takes a little bit. I might have to come here 3 or 4 times before she realizes that I'm asking her to rotate. Or I can use the lead rope like this, pull it around her back, and then just kind of gently tap on the lead rope while I apply pressure to the shoulder. Good girl. And you can see her starting to come around there. There's still a little bit of a fight, so that would take some time and a little bit of work to get her to come all the way around. But the goal is to get her to come all the way around and touch. And every time I do it to one side, I do it to the other, because I want them to show me what their range of motion is and how comfortable they are going to both directions. Good girl. So she's standing here a little bit more comfortably, not moving away right away. So again, I'm just going to take the lead rope and just kind of tap, tap, tap. See if she'll come around. But you can see that the whole neck, it's like a piece of plywood, right? To the left, her whole neck is doing this. There's no breakover. It's not smooth, beautiful movement. It's just like this, right? Like she's just super stiff. But to the right, there's a little bit more movement there. So I'm going to adjust the left side of her pole, try to get that to move a little bit better. Oh, there we go. Good. So I'm going to give her that for a second. Again, new horse. You got to give them time to figure stuff out. Good. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Now, horses don't learn and remember things when they're in a fight or flight state. They do that when they're in a parasympathetic state. Rest and digest, so you got to give them time to lick and chew and figure out that felt good. She's doing good. She just doesn't like the pressure points very much, so we're learning.
That's what I like. She's just over reacting.
Yeah.
To everything.
Yeah. Like she starts and then she's like, okay, I'm gonna walk away from this.
Instead of trying to
Oh, good girl.
Very...
Yeah. I tried pelvis, I tried with her, but she just wants to walk out of them every time. So just going slowly with her.
Yeah. She's starting to
Girl.
pop out a little bit.
Uh-huh. I want to see that. I want to see the waves in the belly. Catch that on camera. All right, so that was good. Awesome. So I'm going to check her breakover and see what she does for me now. Good. So look how much more comfortable that is for her just after that one adjustment. It's so easy. So easy for her. Let's see. Good girl. There we go. Trying to get you a good view straight on. Oh, there's a big deep breath. So I'm going to give her her head for a second. I love to give them that time to relax, to lean into that a little bit. Realize that it's feeling good. Oh, I know. You're a good girl. Let's see. All right, so we'll check that brake over. Good girl. Look at that. Boom. That's 90 degrees. That's exactly what we want. I want to get their muzzle pointing 90 degrees to the rest of the body, and then where you're going to engage that lower neck in rotation. So that was perfect. Thank you guys. Sorry, I'm not coming checking the comments, but I really appreciate all the gifts I see coming in, and I appreciate the likes. Got a lot of people in here watching, so if you guys don't mind hitting that like button for me, I would really appreciate it. And anytime you can share it, I would greatly appreciate that. Just to let TikTok know that you're enjoying the content. Oh, it's a big stretch in the jaw. That's always a good thing to see them stretching the jaw too, because the TMJs, their temporomandibular joints, are right there. That's the same joint that we have here. And everybody goes, oh, I got TMJ, right? Because your temporomandibular joint hurts, and we think that's called TMJ, but the TMJ is just the name of the joint. And if you have pain or discomfort up there, that's called TMJD, which we say is temporomandibular joint dysfunction or disease sometimes. So if you have a pole that's not moving right, a lot of the times you'll have issues with your TMJ as well, and TMJs can cause pole problems too. So if you've got TMJ discomfort, you could need an upper cervical adjustment. Whew, that's sensitive. Or if you've got a sore pole, you might need your TMJs worked on. You don't have a pole, of course. You have an upper cervical spine, or we'll call it the atlanto-occipital joint. Ooh. Occipital just means the bone of your skull that connects to the cervical spine. Oh, good. Oh. So she's pretty sore right there. That's the brachiocephalicus muscle, which is responsible for rotation of the neck. So we got upper cervical issues where she's uncomfortable rotating at the pole, but we've also got soreness in the lower neck that enables her to rotate towards this side. So all I'm trying to do here is just get some light pressure on this area. And you'll see here how amazing this works. Just a little bit of light pressure in this spot really takes this pain away. So, but you got to start really, really light. Really, I'm just contacting the muscle, and then you can add a little bit of pressure from there. And I like to get to the point where, as I'm adding my pressure, I stop when I feel like if I push any harder, I'm kind of forcing it. So this should be really comfortable for her. And you see that I have my right hand up on the wither. And why do I do that? Because if she's gonna back up on me, before I see any movement from her, I'm gonna feel the muscles in her top line right behind the wither start to tense up. And that's an indication that she's gonna start to pull back. So if I feel that in this hand, then I can lighten up my pressure with this hand to prevent that from happening. I'm just gonna focus here for 1 second, so just give me a few seconds, guys. Whoa, 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 good girl. Good girl. There we go, we got the licking and chewing. That's beautiful. Right there. Good girl. You can see her starting to move her head around. Licking and chewing is a good sign. What I'm kind of waiting for here is a little bit of a head drop. Good girl. Now I'm really able to dig in there. Good girl. Good. There. Look. Look how good that feels for her now. She's like, oh yeah, that is good stuff. Right? And before, she really wouldn't even let me get on that. So just a little bit of light touch is all you need sometimes to get them feeling better. You don't have to be big and strong and really dig and do all this massage. You can just hold a little bit of pressure and you can get them feeling good just like that. And this stuff, that little light pressure thing I just did, is called GTO work. And if you want to learn how to do that, hey Jake, hope you have a good first day back at school, dude. Sam and Jake is my son right there. If you guys have kids that play Fortnite, he's a Fortnite creator, so have them follow Sam and Jake YT on YouTube. But that's what I'm trying to do there, is just do some light pressure work to get them more comfortable. And if you want to learn how to do that, see, there's a little bit more sensitivity. I'm going to move her over a little bit. I'll show you again on this side. So this is what we had on the other side too. See that? That's all discomfort. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to do this GTO work. Oh. And all I'm trying to do is get right on top of that muscle belly and see if I can feel where the tendon's at. I'm just going to put my fingers right on top and just start applying that pressure. If you want to learn how to do this, like I was saying before, there's an amazing guy on TikTok. His name is Christian Langeder. It's Langeder. So D like dog, E-R. And if you just watch his TikTok videos, he's absolutely phenomenal. And I give him a lot of credit for some of the stuff that I do now, including the hyoid. Some of the hyoid. I learned that from another veterinarian named Dr. Andy Petrick, who's in Austria, but Christian has really changed what I do with some of the soft tissue work. So watch. Look at that. So before she was trying to walk out of that, but now she's like, that feels good. Look at her mouth. She's like, oh baby, you can do that all day. And that's all it takes. It's just that little bit of light pressure to get them feeling better. Girl, that was awesome. So as I go, I'm still going to try to keep hitting these pressure points and seeing if I can get a little bit more movement with them. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That was beautiful. Awesome. We got a little bit of release to that left side too. I love that, man. That is the best. You get a horse to start coming around like that, and it will just completely change how they move. It'll completely change the comfort in their neck. It'll just open them up through the mid and lower neck, and you'll just feel your horses just start to melt when you're riding them. It makes the biggest difference. All right, let's try this other side now too. Oh. Good girl. And again, I have my hand up on the wither. Good girl. Can we come to this side too? Good girl. Good girl. And again, this is a dance, so I'm just trying to ask. I'm not trying to force her over. Oh, good girl. Oh, easy. Easy. Just stick with it. Easy. All right, so we're not as comfortable going that way, but we got the left side opened up, which is amazing. Right? Sometimes it's baby steps. You take what you can get, and then you go on to the next thing. Whew. And she's pretty tight in this lower right side, so I'm going to adjust this here. And this is her 6th cervical vertebrae. We don't have a name for that one. We call the atlas. We call the first cervical vertebrae in the neck the atlas, and the second one we call the axis. And I know some of you are into chiropractic, so does anybody? Oh, there we go. Does anybody know why we call the first vertebrae in the neck the atlas? Oh, I wonder if anybody knows that answer. Whoops, my camera setup's falling here. Hold on 1 second, guys. Whoop. There we go. Her color is called Palomino, Mom and Dylan. She's a Palomino mare. We call them the Barbie horses sometimes. Oh, you good girl. So that was a lot for her neck right there. So the reason why we call the first vertebrae in the neck the atlas. Yeah. Absolutely, Colleen, you nailed it. It holds the head. Yeah, so like Atlas is holding up the world like this, right? And that's exactly what the atlas facets look like in that first vertebrae. It's the same thing. It's kind of shaped like this, like a couple of sand traps. So if you look at that bone where the facets from the occiput, or we call the occipital condyles, we don't really call them facets, you can see where the occipital condyles sit onto the atlas, and they're shaped like this, like little sand traps. They're kind of shaped like the number 8 or like a peanut. But yeah, they hold up the world, right? They hold up your head. So that's why it's called the atlas. All right, I'm gonna get her legs done. I think that's enough for her head and neck for now. Yeah, Princess, let's hear it. What do you got? Pam, thank you for the follow. Thanks for the follows, you guys. Really appreciate it. And if you guys don't mind, just keep tapping that like button for me. I would really, really appreciate it. Claudia, thank you for the share. Princess, I'm in Arizona. Kentucky, I love Kentucky. Man, that's a beautiful state. Thank you for the follow, Mama Bear. Appreciate it. And Shannon, thank you so much. Thank you for the likes, guys. I see it popping up now. Billy, best way to reach me is just to go to my website. You can hit the contact me button up at the top and send me an email. Or you can send me a DM here, either way. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for all the shares. I love that. You guys are amazing. The shares are just, I think, the best thing for the algorithms, right? Because if you're willing to share it, then that means you really like it, right? You can hit like and you're like, I like it. But if you can share it, you know, that means that you want your other, you want other people to see it. So I really appreciate that. So got a little bit of a issue here with picking up the feet, but that might just be behavior. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, stop. Stop. I know, guys, don't get mad at me for yanking on the halter. She's just trying to be a mare right now. Stop. Oh. We might be out of frame for a minute while I pick up her feet. But if she lets me get them, I'm not gonna keep moving her around for the camera. So just stick with me for a minute. And if she keeps being a big pain, then I'll let her go. Hey. Stop. 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 Hey. Oh. Good girl. Good girl. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Good girl. So nice and easy. Good girl. Whoa. 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 Easy. 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 Good girl. All right, this is all about building that rapport, getting that trust, right? Good girl. Easy. This should be nice and comfortable for her. Good girl. Oh, there's a nice pop in that shoulder. Easy. She's nervous with her feet.
Yeah.
Girl. Easy. 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 Good girl. Oh. Good. Oh, easy. Oh, do you really? Good girl.
I forgot that part. That's kind of important.
Easy. That's all right. She's doing good. Easy. Good girl. Easy. Easy. Oh, you're all right. Good girl. Oh. Oh. She's like, I can't watch. Easy, easy, easy. Oh. Good girl. Oh, good stretch. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Good. That for a second. Yeah, she is. Girl, she was real locked up coming to the left, especially up at her pole, and she was pretty sore right through here on both sides.
Okay.
So good.
She's so cute.
Yeah, she's awesome. Try the other leg now. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh. You're telling me. Oh. Oh. Girl. Come on. Easy. Good girl. There we go. Oh, good girl. It's okay. Good. Nice. Just seems like it takes a minute for her to kind of trust you enough, you know? Oh, hello.
Yeah, I don't think she was treated very nice.
Yeah. Oh, there goes the shoulder. Hello. Hello.
It took her a while to be like
Oh my God.
physically friendly, if that makes sense.
Oh, really?
Like her come up to you and be like, I love love.
Good girl. Good girl. There we go.
When we first got her, she
Good.
was really head shy.
Really?
Like really head shy.
Oh. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. Easy. Easy. Good girl. Oh. Wow. Wow, that's awesome. Good girl. Man, that's big for her, you know? Huh. That's awesome.
She'll be such a sweet mom, though.
Is that her? This is gonna be her first one? Oh. Is she bad with her back legs? No?
Her front legs are definitely hurt.
Oh, okay. Come on. Back. There we go. Awesome. Thank you. Oh. It's all right. I'm not going to torture her. She let me do the front, so that was good. When does she still get her feet done on like an 8-week schedule or something?
We do. She's really weird. We do every 3 weeks with her, but
Oh.
we do the front feet 1 week, and then in 3 weeks we do the back feet.
Okay.
Because we're trying to get her more comfortable with the farrier, and so we don't want to sedate her so much that she's not understanding what's happening.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we want her to get good with the farrier.
Yeah.
So we do like front feet, and then we do back feet.
Okay.
But
Because
yeah.
I was just thinking if she was going to get her feet done and she's sedated a little bit, then I can get back there and do the back legs too. So she's got some discomfort here at her hyoid. This side, she's
We're also
not
obviously
have-
trying
doesn't have
to not,
anything.
Like, she's already a stress.
yeah.
She's already anxious, so
Mhm.
we're trying not to add any extra.
Yeah.
Especially because she's pregnant.
Right. Oh. Oh. Easy, easy.
Like I sedated her on the 4th of July.
Yeah. So we got right side hyoid and right side pole. So we're going to try to get her tongue out.
Let me know how she does with the ride.
Yeah, sure. Will do. Oh, thank you. Slimy. So you could see that she was uncomfortable at her pole. So she's uncomfortable here. Look at that. And then on the right side, so I'm reaching up under here, she's real sensitive there too. But really nothing on this side. This side is completely fine. And that's all hyoid related. So what I'm trying to do is just get her tongue out to the left side so I can work those muscles that are sore and try to get some of that lactic acid out of those muscles and make her more comfortable. And you'll see that when you do that, it will not only make her more comfortable in her hyoid, but it'll make her more comfortable in the pole as well. But what she's doing right now, I'm trying to get her tongue out, but she's pulling it all the way into the back of her mouth, so I can't reach it. Oh, I'm trying, but she's got some pretty sharp teeth too, so I'm trying not to get my finger sliced open. But hopefully she'll tire out with the tongue and I can get it out. The tendency is to reach back into the mouth, and if you do that, you're gonna get your fingers chomped. So you just wanna keep them right behind the canines, if she's got them. There we go, almost got it. There we go, sweet. And now all I'm gonna do is hold the tongue with this OK symbol, right between my thumb and index finger, and I'm not gonna pull it, right? I'm not gonna pull the tongue, I'm not gonna yank the tongue. All I'm doing is I'm holding it outside of her mouth and I'm letting her do all the work. So for any of you that are going, oh my God, you should never do that, and telling people in the comments, oh, you should never do that, you're gonna hurt your horse's hyoid. No, you're not. No, you're not. I've been doing this long enough. As long as you don't pull it or yank it, you're not gonna injure the hyoid. And the reason that I'm holding it like this between my thumb and index finger and not like this, like a death grip, is so that if she yanks her head back, the tongue will slip out of my grip and it'll make sure that she won't be injured. But everyone's like, oh, you're gonna break the hyoid. No, I'm not. She's not gonna pull the tongue hard enough against my grip to fracture it, and I'm not pulling and yanking the tongue at all. I'm just holding it to give her something to pull against. Right? And this is gonna be so comfortable for her, and you'll wait. Look at her head dropping. And then once I let this go, she's gonna stand there and lick and chew, and she might do some head shaking and yawning. And then you'll see how much more comfortable she is. Look how far the tongue is coming out now. And all I'm doing is maintaining tension so that when she relaxes, I'm holding that tongue out a little bit farther now, so she still has something to pull against so that there's not a whole lot of slack in those muscles. So she's gonna sit here and lick and chew for a minute. She'll probably do some head shaking. She's really upset at me right now, isn't she? And she might do some yawning, but I'm just gonna give her that for a minute until she stops before I go on to the next thing. The head drops are great. The fact that she's moving her head around is wonderful. I love the licking and chewing. And if you want to do one thing that will dramatically improve the performance of your horses, it's to get that hyoid being comfortable. If it's sore, tender, they're not going to be performing at their best. Oh, thank you so much, Slick. That's so nice. Mimi, thank you for the follow. Karen, thank you for the gifts. I really appreciate you guys. Wow, we have a lot of people in here this morning. Thank you so much. If you guys don't mind just hitting that like button for me if you're just jumping in, or if you want to add some more likes to the total, I'd love to hit around 30,000 before I finish up, and I'm almost done with her. So if you guys can just keep tapping that like button, I would appreciate it. Amanda, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. You guys are amazing. Her name is Trix, like the cereal, T-R-I-X. And she's a 4-year-old mare, and she's actually pregnant. So they just want to make sure that she's feeling good and she's comfortable. And this has really, really been good for her. She's a quarter horse, Sadie. Thank you for the follow, user 819. Appreciate it. Jody, I'm in Arizona, but I do go to California quite a bit. Yeah, Bailey, I'm in Arizona. Good morning, Jennifer. Thank you for hopping in. I appreciate it. Wow, 700 people, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, where are you all from? I'd love to know where you're watching from. We got people from all over the world sometimes, so I would love to know where you guys are at. Yeah, she's pregnant, and it's her first baby. Texas, lots of Texases and Oklahomas and Seattle. Awesome. Wow, lots of Californias and Texas, New York. Awesome, thank you. Alaska, Canada. Yeah, she's super young. Wow, Northern California, Virginia. Oh my gosh. Getting all the states covered in here. Thank you for commenting, guys. Florida, Philly. I love me some Philly, man. Love the people there. And some people complain about them, but I don't. I love them. Illinois, St. Louis. What's up, St. Louis? Kentucky, Denmark. There we go. Scotland. Amazing. Australia. So we got Denmark, Australia, Canada, Scotland, all over the world. It's amazing. TikTok and social media is so awesome. Kansas City. Wow, awesome, guys. Thanks for the roses, Deanie. Appreciate it. Mexico. Awesome. Thank you, Beto Lopez. San Francisco. Israel. Oh, my goodness. Welcome from Israel. That's amazing. Nebraska. Awesome. Thank you, guys. So interesting. Oh, I'm in Arizona, too. Blackwater. New Jersey. I was stationed in New Jersey. I was flying helicopters out of Atlantic City. Camilla. Send me a DM. What do you mean? How would you work with me? Let's chat. You're going to be a papa? 37,000. Oh, 39,000 almost. Holy smokes, you guys. Thank you. Nashville. Oh my gosh. I need to come visit Amy in Nashville. That town is crazy now. And if you live there, I'm sure you try to stay away, but to visit is still pretty fun. Lonnie, thank you for the follow. All right. So now that she's chilled out and I know where all you guys are watching from, thank you, Bella. Thank you, Bella. Bella's one of my longest time followers. So I really appreciate her. Thank you, Kimberly. Kimberly as well. She's another one. Lauren, thank you for keeping the shares going. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So this is a TMJ stretch. And TMJ, pole, and hyoid are all very closely, they're all very interrelated. So if you've got issues in one, you probably have issues in them all, or at least issues at the pole. So I like to do this stretch for the TMJs. And I did forget to show you the change in the hyoid comfort, so I'll do that here in just a second. That's a really good one right there. Very comfortable for her. And then I'm going to do the other side as well. And I always do both sides on this one because they have a TMJ on either side of their head, right? So we want to make sure that we're getting equal amounts of stretch through both TMJs. And you can see this is very comfortable for her, and we're getting good extension at the pole. She's opening her mouth super wide. I'm looking for her mandible to translate left and right the same amount both ways. Oh, that's good. And what I'm waiting for is for her to open her mouth and just go, ah, and just give me a good stretch. And then I let that go. And all these stretches that you see that I'm doing are in my equine stretching ebook. And you can get a nice discount on that if you go to my bio and just click the link there. That'll get you my free 2-step guide. So if you have a horse with some hind end issues, or you just want to help your horse move better behind, that guide will show you some tips and tricks that you can do that are super easy and real basic, but people just don't think about doing them. And then at the back of that, there's a nice coupon towards my ebook. So if you want to learn some of this stuff, you can do that through the link in my bio, guys. Thank you. Wow, we're at 44,000 likes. That is phenomenal. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it.